Once upon a time, in the distant kingdom of Veridia, there lived a young prince named Adrian. He was the eldest son of King Roland and Queen Isabella, destined to inherit the throne when the time came. But despite his royal bloodline, Adrian was a prince unlike any other. From a very young age, Adrian showed a deep connection to the natural world. While his siblings and fellow noble children busied themselves with the politics of the court, Adrian preferred to wander the lush forests that surrounded the palace. His days were spent studying the intricate patterns of leaves, communicating with the animals that called the forest home, and immersing himself in the secrets of the earth. While his family regarded this as a frivolous pursuit, Adrian felt a profound sense of purpose in his connection to nature. As the years passed, Adrian's bond with the natural world only grew stronger. He learned to heal wounded animals, decipher the language of birds, and predict the weather with uncanny accuracy. His knowledge and skills were extraordinary, but they were not appreciated by the royal court, who deemed them irrelevant in a world of politics and diplomacy. One fateful day, a neighboring kingdom, Tralonia, sent an envoy to Veridia with an offer of marriage. They proposed a union between Prince Adrian and Princess Amelia, hoping to strengthen their alliance and secure a powerful ally in Veridia. King Roland and Queen Isabella eagerly accepted the proposal, believing it to be a strategic move for their kingdom. However, Adrian had other ideas. He had grown increasingly distant from his family, who had little regard for his true passions and interests. He knew that marrying Princess Amelia would mean leaving behind the life he cherished in the forest forever, and so he made a bold decision. On the eve of the wedding, Adrian slipped away from the palace and ventured deep into the forest, seeking counsel from the ancient tree known as the wisdom oak. It was said that the tree possessed the wisdom of generations and could provide guidance in times of need. Under the silver moonlight, Adrian reached the wisdom oak and spoke from his heart, explaining his dilemma and the impending marriage. The tree rustled its leaves in response, and a gentle voice echoed in his mind. "Follow your heart, young prince," it whispered. "Your destiny lies not in the palace or a foreign kingdom, but in the embrace of the natural world." With renewed determination, Adrian returned to the palace, but instead of marrying Princess Amelia, he renounced his title and position as prince. He explained his deep connection to nature and his desire to dedicate his life to protecting the kingdom's forests and wildlife. King Roland and Queen Isabella were shocked and disappointed, but they could not deny their son's sincerity. Adrian left the palace for good and began his life as a protector of Veridia's natural beauty. He became known as the guardian of the forest, and his deeds and wisdom were celebrated throughout the kingdom. People came from far and wide to seek his guidance, and he used his knowledge to help the kingdom prosper in harmony with the environment. Years passed, and Veridia flourished under Adrian's care. Tralonia, on the other hand, faced political turmoil and strife. The rejected prince had found his true calling, and the kingdom he once left behind had become a haven of peace and prosperity. And so, the story of the rejected Prince Adrian serves as a timeless reminder that sometimes the path to true fulfillment lies in following one's heart, even if it means turning away from the expectations of others. Adrian's dedication to nature and his unwavering commitment to his true self became the stuff of legends, proving that the rejection of a throne could lead to the embrace of a greater kingdom, the kingdom of the heart. In the early days of his new life as the guardian of the forest, Prince Adrian faced numerous challenges. He had to learn to live off the land, build shelters from the materials nature provided, and adapt to a life that was vastly different from the comforts of the palace. But he embraced it all with a fervor that had been absent in his previous royal duties. Adrian's fame spread like wildfire throughout the kingdom. People from all walks of life sought his wisdom. He taught them the importance of sustainable farming, the secrets of herbal medicine, and the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Under his guidance, Veridia's forests flourished, and its animals thrived. The kingdom became a sanctuary for creatures of all kinds, and its lush landscapes drew admirers from neighboring realms. Despite his newfound purpose, Adrian couldn't escape the occasional pang of loneliness. He missed his family, especially his younger sister, Princess Alara, who had always been his closest confidant. They used to share secrets in the moonlit gardens of the palace, but now those moments seemed like distant memories. Meanwhile, back at the palace, Veridia faced numerous challenges of its own. King Roland's health deteriorated, and Queen Isabella struggled to maintain the kingdom's prosperity. Trelawney, the neighboring kingdom that had proposed the ill-fated marriage, grew increasingly hostile, casting shadows of war over the horizon as Veridia teetered on the brink of turmoil. A messenger arrived at Adrian's forest home with grave news. Veridia was in danger, and it was Adrian's wisdom and leadership that the kingdom needed to survive. Though torn between his duty to the forest and his love for his family, Adrian knew he could not ignore the call to protect his homeland. With a heavy heart, he returned to the palace, where he was met with mixed reactions. Some in the court saw him as a deserter, while others hailed him as a savior. He immediately set to work, using his knowledge of the forest to devise ingenious defenses for Veridia. His skills in diplomacy, which he had acquired from observing the ways of nature, allowed him to negotiate peace with Trelawney, averting a catastrophic war. Adrian's return to the palace had not only saved Veridia from a crisis, but also mended the rift between him and his family. King Roland, on his deathbed, expressed his pride in his son's dedication to the kingdom and his unique abilities. Adrian's sister, Alara, who had grown into a wise and compassionate leader herself, stood by his side, offering her support. After the king's passing, the crown passed to Adrian, but he ruled Veridia differently than any monarch before him. He integrated his passion for the environment into the kingdom's policies. Veridia became a beacon of sustainability, and its forests and wildlife continued to thrive under Adrian's careful watch. As the years passed, Adrian's story became the stuff of legend not only in Veridia but throughout the known world. He was remembered not as the rejected prince, but as the visionary king who had saved his kingdom through his deep connection to nature. His legacy lived on in the generations that followed, as Veridia remained a haven of harmony between humanity and the natural world. And so, the rejected prince, who had once turned away from a life of privilege, found his way back to the throne not as a conqueror, but as a guardian. His journey was a testament to the power of following one's heart and the enduring bond between humanity and the environment. It was a story that would be told for generations to come, a reminder that sometimes the path less traveled leads to the greatest rewards.